What's up, everyone? Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Trending. My name is Toke Makinwa. Now, this show is brought to you by Airtel. We somehow bring to you all the people who get the conversation going on social media. Now, my guest on today's show is one of the best film directors in Nigeria, possibly even Africa. You get to meet him right after this break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Trending. It's time for me to introduce my guest of the day. He is the amazing, the super talented, the KUNLE AFOLAYAN. The KUNLE AFOLAYAN. That's how you asked to be introduced.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought you asked them to write the KUNLE AFOLAYAN.
No.
Okay.
Or maybe it's because I'm sitting with another the Toke.
Yeah, I'm the Toke Makinwa, the only one.
KUNLE AFOLAYAN.
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
It's now time for us to introduce our guest. Today I have the super talented, the amazing KUNLE AFOLAYAN.
With all this, you're in boy, and you pronounce that very...
Of course, I'm a journalist.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to Trending.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Finally. Because we were supposed to have you like 3 months ago, and right before that, like a year ago.
Yeah.
But you're very busy.
You know, we have to make ends meet, you know. And also, as a creative person, you're here trying to, behind the camera, you're there in front of the camera, and you're also trying to balance business. So
with
it's
all
a
of
lot
us.
of work.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm really happy to have you here because there's so many things that I want to ask you. But before we get into that, we have this amazing segment of the show called Sample Your Swag. Okay. Now, the people at Airtel love fashion. Okay. So they always want our guests to talk about, you know, their fashion style, what you're wearing. I really like the shoes. They're super stylish. And I love the blazer as well. So just talk to us about how you're feeling and what you're wearing.
I don't know. Well, I'm a bushman, so sometimes I just, you know, check my wardrobe and I'm like, okay, what are we doing today? No shoes, okay, meetings, okay, so that informs my style of,
So did you style yourself today?
Yeah, every day I do that. Thank you.
I like the white shirts with like the beige, if I can call this beige.
Yeah.
Or cream, I don't know.
I actually wear white a lot. And white on jean, blue jean, for me, you can't go wrong. So
yeah. I'm tempted to ask how old you are because you look really young.
Young.
You can just give me like a... Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Seriously? He doesn't even look 40.
I'm 18.
You look... I thought you'd probably say about 35 or something
really?
like that. Yeah.
KUNLE, you did try, okay.
You do try.
Thanks.
You do.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go on a quick break. When we get back, KUNLE AFOLAYAN is in the building. It's all about directing and movies and so much more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. My name is Toke Makinwa and the director, the KUNLE AFOLAYAN, the KUNLE. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. He's in the building. So one could say film directing is in your blood because your dad loves, he was a famous director as well. So when did you decide to go into directing? Because you started doing movies before you started directing. Yeah,
well, same as my father. My father actually started with stage. You know, they had this traveling theater thing, you know, with Ogunde and Baba Salah, Droladipo, you know, back then in the 60s and 70s. And my father passed on in 1996.
Oh, wow.
Then I was a bit involved in the business of film. You know, I wasn't an actor, neither was I a director, but I used to follow them to sets and also to places where they exhibit the film. So I was more into the business of cinema, not filmmaking. Then after he passed on, but as a child, you know, every child, if your father is a musician, there's no way you will not want to play his guitar or play his flute at some point. Exactly. And if your father is an actor, you enjoy that cheap publicity of he's a son of Ogunde. Oh, he's a son of...
Really?
You know, so that used to be a dream. But when I grew up and my father was gone, I remember it all started in 2007. Then Nollywood already started, and when I said Nollywood, I mean straight to VHS kind of film. And myself, you know, my family friend Kwamile and Demola, a friend of mine, you know, every time we see those films, we're always like, what is this? You know, because we're coming from the Adelove celluloid, Ogunde celluloid era, Dio Boma, and all of them. And we're like, look, maybe we need to do something. Maybe, you know, we can do what the Adeloves used to do. And we said, okay, let's write scripts. Me, I'm not a writer. Okay, you can write. You know, and we'll come up with stories. But that didn't fly. And, you know, I studied business administration. Then when Tade Ogidon did Hostages, one film titled Hostages, I saw it, and I saw Tokpa Idowu. You know, you know, Tade liked to play on people's emotions, so his actors are always crying. And Tokpa Idowu would cry. Yeah, Tokpa Idowu.
Let me tell you the one movie that I watched from Tade Ogidon, I think is Madame Dearest.
Dearest, okay.
And his name stuck.
Yeah.
And I think he also did Magun as well.
Yeah, Magun
was that him?
No, Magun is Tunde Kelani.
Oh yeah, I always mix them up.
But he did Owo Blow. And in Owo Blow, being Boakintala and Femi Adebayo cried from beginning of the film till the end.
It's always very deep and very...
So I'm always like, well, I can cry more than this people, so why not, you know? So,
tears.
Yeah. So I went to Tade Ogidon and I'm like, sir, I'm an actor. I want to be an actor. I'm Adelove's son. And he said, yeah, you know, put down your name. When we need someone, we'll call you. No, I didn't even say, I said, I want to be a filmmaker, not an actor.
Okay.
Then I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't pleased with his response. So I went to Tunde Kelani and I said, sir, you know, because I grew up seeing him on my father's set. And he said, who are you to want to be a who are you to want to be a filmmaker? And he said, look, filmmaking cannot be fluked. You are not Adelove, and filmmaking is not like acting, where anybody with beautiful face or handsome face thinks their life revolves around television or being out there. And he said, no, film is different. You know, if you want to go to you want to do film, you have to learn. You have to go to school and all of that. But you can start with acting. And I said, yeah. And he said, if we have something, we'll call you. And when they wanted to do Shawarade, they invited me to come and audition. And I auditioned and I did well. And that was how I started acting.
Wow, we could go on for days. You're a good storyteller. And you tell the story so, my imagination is vivid with it. I can easily just walk with you, imagine you walking into the place saying, hey, you know, which is really good. Well done. You are a huge superstar when it comes to the movie world, first to start with.
Bless God.
As an actor, you've made your name. Do you think that being the son of, you know, your father helped to open doors for you?
Well, I'll say yes, because maybe if I wasn't born into that family, I wouldn't have even told that part or that line. And secondly, when people see me, they see my father, you know, in me.
And you guys, you look alike.
Yeah, we all have some features, you know, of him. And lastly, I don't think the man is gone anywhere. I think he's right next to me, because everything I do, why am I successful? Why am I different from everybody? I don't think it is because I'm a super person. I think it's just because I'm never alone. I think He's around, and I think God, you know, is there.
I do have a question for you though, because you speak so well, and that's not to say that people who are in Yoruba Noli do not speak so well. I'm just wondering why Yoruba Noli first, because I've never really seen you in a lot of English movies except the ones that figure in. I like the mixture of the Yoruba and English, which is an amazing movie, by the way. Well done with that. But you know, why did you? Was it easier for you to break into the Yoruba Noli industry? Than
well, I don't know what Yoruba Noli means. Okay,
they're all Nollywood, but you know what I mean. Like
I know there's segregation in the industry, but really for me, I started. Look, okay, this is it. There's segregation in this industry. Yeah. It's either you're doing the core Nollywood film, which the Igbos are doing, and you know the non-Yorubas and the non-Hausas. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Or you're doing the Yoruba one. Yeah. You know, where you'll find Ibrahim Shatta, Femi Adebayo, KUNLE AFOLAYAN, Faithia, and all of them. Yeah. Or you go to Kannywood, where you find all the people in the north, and they don't care about the market here. They concentrate on what they do there. Yeah. For me, I'm on the fence. I'm neither here nor I'm a Yoruba man to the core, but my film represents this continent. Yeah. My film does not, from Irakpada up to October 1, you see the element of that one Nigeria.
And I like that even in your movies,
yeah.
you try to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen October 1, but I've seen Figuring, and I know, you did the mixture of even the, maybe, I don't want to stereotype anyone, but
because that is who we are, really. Okay. If we were not here on this set, I'll probably be talking to you in Yoruba, because I don't like to speak English.
I'm Yoruba.
Yeah, and it's natural. That is really who we are. We'll flow better. All these things.
Do you imagine us doing the interview in Yoruba? Let me try and ask you a question.
Oh, my better.
So, báwo ni ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ibi tẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ibi tẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa.
Okay, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ṣàlàyé lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
You
flow so well.
I have to learn. I love that.
Yeah, but do I go back to English?
Whatever you want.
Whatever. My dream has always been to be a filmmaker, really. And when the opportunity came, after featuring a few films, and because I'm a Yoruba man, and the English filmmakers they don't think we can speak English. And I said to myself, look, I don't even want to do English film to even start with. I just want to do film that my people can relate well, to. And which is why every character, if you're Hausa, I would rather have you speak Hausa, except when you're speaking to a non-Hausa person. That is when you speak the official language, which is English.
Yeah.
And sincerely, when you come to cinema, when people speak indigenous language, the feel is always different. All right? In fact, the most stupid thing we do in this country is we're not Americans, we're not British, but in our films, we try to speak like the British and sound a bit American, or you try to speak like the Americans and you sound Niger British. So we don't
when you try to act those scenes where someone is returning home and they have this nasty hat on their head and they're like, yo, what's up, mommy? Yo, what's up, daddy? Yo, just come back from America. And I'm like, no one wears this hat anymore. You look so, I know exactly what you mean. But talking about the journey, because we've evolved, we have grown, and you started off in an era where the evolving just almost, your dad's era was there, and then it's now totally here. So comparing to the two worlds, do you miss anything from that era, or do you think that, this is where we should be right now, or is there still more to be done?
No, I'll say I belong to that era and this era, and I've been able to blend it too. And I think a lot of people should emulate that. And why I'm saying this is because a lot of filmmakers back then were doing this because they were passionate about it. It wasn't about quick money. It wasn't about let's shoot in 5 days, let's make small return, and it's out there. People will shoot for 3 months, and the film is not out for 2 years. Wow. And I remember I used to see my father's debt files, to First Bank and some banks. The man will, the same thing I'm doing now, sourcing for loan to make film. That was what my father used to do. It is only people who are passionate about what they do, that will have 200 million and go and put it in a film. You're not even sure how to recoup your money. Wow. When you can invest it in properties and invest it in, But for me, that is the only thing I can do. That is what gives me joy. That is what makes me happy. And it's just the beginning, because I think in a couple of years, the problem of funding, I believe, will be solved. Will come to an end.
Because it's so correct what you say, because there's so many talented people who are content providers who are walking around the streets because there's no proper funding to put, if you put your pen to paper, it just might remain on paper and not come to life, because and people now started to make use of online as well, where they can just shoot on a little budget, put content online and things. So, all right, so on that note, let's go on a quick break and check out what's trending today. We'll be right back.
On what's trending today, Amber Rose has filed for divorce from her husband of 1 year, rapper Wiz Khalifa. Reports claim Amber became suspicious of Khalifa when he wouldn't let her join him on tour and told her to stay home with their 19-month-old son, Sebastian. 27-year-old Khalifa himself is accusing Amber of cheating with her new manager and Mariah Carey's estranged husband, Nick Cannon.
Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. KUNLE AFOLAYAN is in the building, and this interview is one of the longest that I can foresee it being. I'm just going to try and cut it short. Now, people, I'm just going to quickly, because I've got so many things to ask you, because people always describe you as one of the best filmmakers or film directors in Nigeria or even in Africa. And you have an enviable stream of successful films under your belt, from your first feature length, Irakbada, to Aromire, and then Phone Swap, Figurine, which I like as well, which I can't stop talking about. We've spoken about your casting process. When you sit back and you see something that you've done, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
That it's time to start making money.
Wow. So as soon as you see the first, say you just wrapped up a job and you sit back and think, wow, I did this. The first thing you think about is the time to start making money?
No. See, I'm going to say this, and it's not pride or anything.
You can tit your horn. You can be proud.
No, it's all right. But really, for me, before I embark on any project, once I have a script and I have my team put together and we hit the set, that very first day, for me, the film is already done.
Oh, nice.
And it has always worked for me, you know. And what I always do as well, which for me is a good way to go, is I carry all my team along in my dream, in my vision. I'm not that director who wait until it's time to shoot before you now say, oh, you sit there. No. Sometime from pre-production, I get my art department, my camera department, you know, every relevant people, and I say to them, look, this is what I want to achieve with this film. I even give them references like, go and watch this film.
And tell me.
Can we beat that? Like when we wanted to shoot Figurine, I told everybody to go and watch Apocalypto by Mel Gibson. And I said, that is where we're going. And even on set, the day before we rolled the camera, we saw it on big screen. And I said, we need to beat this film, you know. So that is, as a filmmaker, that is what you do sometimes.
Wow.
So for me, I always visualize, and I mean, I give God all the glory, because once I dream it, it comes to pass.
That's nice. Now, we can't go any further without talking about, you know, what is trending right now, which is your movie, October the 1st. It's going to open in cinemas come 1st of October, but you've premiered the movie already, right?
It was an history, you know, like another milestone, you know.
Let me tell you why I'm excited about October the 1st as well, because Kanayo is in the movie.
Everybody is in the movie.
That guy, growing up.
Everybody, and this is what I talk about, you know, bringing the right people, you know, to do the right things. When you have KOK in a film like that, and you have Fabian Lojade, and, you know, all the actors, the British actors, you know, Fabian from South Africa is a Nigerian, no, Homo Yorubani, and all the ones, you know, from home, Sadiq Daba, everybody was there. It was a great show.
But we weren't invited, so let's just keep it moving. All right, so let's go on another quick break and check out the video of the day. We'll be right back.
This one right here for the big boy. Build your confidence up.
Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. It's now time for that segment that you guys look forward to. And of course, KUNLE AFOLAYAN is in the building. All your fans knew you were coming and they love you. So they just want to send you all sorts of lovely messages that you have to read out.
Okay.
They are lovely messages. You'll love it. You can't read it in. You have to just read it out.
Maybe I'll look first.
No, look first. It's dangerous.
Okay, this one says anonymous. You know, when you see anonymous, you know the person. There are so many mental people online. Whenever you go, Mr. Overrated. Anyway, I've never rated myself, so don't worry. Note that you have to drop a few pounds. Your weight is also a health risk, not just Niger stress. Am I fat?
No, you're not.
That's British. That's like
okay. Fat.
No, people
fat.
can tell, but I think I'm.
No, you're not. You're very alright. I don't think.
So this one are beef, proper fish, self, not just beef.
You're sitting right across from me. I don't think.
This one says, please, who needs him in Nigeria before? Just asking. A lot of people need me. All these people, they are anonymous, so maybe they should even if it's fake name, they should put something so that we know. You know, but let me see. Me, I take to advice. If I see any good one, I'll take. Like this guy that says, I'm fat. I work out. I play basketball every Sunday, and I don't eat much. I've not even eaten today. And you know, and my people are not complaining.
I don't think you're fat.
You know, my family is not complaining, and you know, I think I'm healthy. So deal with it. Sorry.
He's feisty.
Come on, get out if you like. Fly. Who cares? Anyway, I'm sure if you're in my shoe, you do worse, you know. But all these anonymous things, you know, it doesn't make sense.
We just love to see your reaction, which is good. Would you ever go into politics?
No.
Okay, because you somehow
Capital, no.
Okay, all right.
Entertainment is sweet.
Yeah, and then you can always tell the stories from
yes, and you can always support those who
are going,
who you think can deliver, who can bring good governance.
Well, thank you for coming by. This has been incredibly fun. I look forward to chatting with you again.
Yes,
I really am such a huge admirer of your work, and I think that you are awesome at what you do. So come again.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's check out our trending top 5.
On our top 5 trending movies today, at number 5 we have Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
How did I get here? What have I done?
You're the only man I ever loved.
Death is just like life in Sin City.
At number 4 we have Being Mrs. Elliot.
Waiting. See, not try more. Not try nonsense. Don't you feel sorry for them?
I'm sorry for their lost bill, but they are not my responsibility.
This is not a game.
This is my house.
Is that a woman's voice I hear?
Who is interested in getting married to an entire community?
At number 3 we have
acts of rage frequently involving the attentions of a woman.
You look so beautiful when you sleep. When I was in prison, I thought a lot about you.
Colin, I tried to wait.
No, you didn't.
There's violence in this man.
Your parole is denied.
That's all we can take on the show today. It was really nice having you guys tune in to join us. Massive shout out to KUNLE AFOLAYAN for stopping by. You guys can continue this conversation with him on Twitter. He is at KUNLE AFOLAYAN on Twitter, and on Instagram he's at KUNLE AFO, which is AFO. Follow us as well on Twitter. We're at HipTv, and on Instagram we are trending on HipTv. You can watch us online. Go and watch past episodes, present ones, and the ones to come. We're at www.hiptv.tv. Inspire someone today. If you care to, you should, you must. Be good to one another. I will see you guys in the next time on Trending. Goodbye.